So I want to give a disclaimer. I usually do not talk about these fan films, but this one seems like a little bit higher than a fan film. It's still not an official Sony project, but here, let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, so Hollywood Handle brought this to my attention. They said the first teaser for a horror Spider-Man fan film that has been released. It's not even just like a random fan. Some of you may recognize who the actor that's playing Peter Parker in here. And once you recognize him, I need you to spam it in the chat, man, cuz that's all I was thinking the whole time I was watching this. For a fan film, it also looks a little decent in terms of effects. I like the gritty feel of it. The spider. Okay. So if you didn't know by now, because I've seen very little people get it in the chat, my guys, Carl, what are you doing? We got walkers, Carl. You're over here trying to be Spider-Man. I just killed your mom, Carl. And you want to save the city? With great power comes great responsibility, Carl. That's a terrible Rick Grimes, but I tried my best. I tried my best to do my Rick Grimes, but this is Carl from The Walking Dead. If you remember, Walking Dead Carl. Some of you guys might even remember. It's been so long. What's the real? I thought he wasn't acting anymore. I thought he was basically done. I know what his fate is in the show. I didn't get that far. I stopped whenever a certain thing happened to Glenn. Some of y'all will know. But dude, I was just like seeing this thing pop up, and appreciate the subscribe there, Sam. And I was like, dude, Carl's Peter Parker, Carl. And let me see if I can find the original thing. Spider. Maybe they have a plot synopsis in there. The spider. There we go. So it's made by Lucas Garden, which again, not supporting or condoning. I don't know who this Lucas Garden is. This isn't sponsored. This turns out to be like another Spider-Man Lotus, and this person was like drowning puppies or doing terrible things. I don't know them. I just thought it was funny Carl is Peter Parker. Okay, just that disclaimer out there. Okay. But okay, let's see what their plot is. Based off the character of the Amazing Spider-Man Marvel Comics. Doesn't seem like much, but they classify it as a horror trailer, so it's gonna be like a horror take on Spider-Man. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. Just from this trailer, this person has a much better approach to a horror, to turning a character that was once beloved into a horror. Spider-Man is definitely has horror themes to it. Sam Raimi knew it, and I think that's why they got him for that first movie. It's scary when you're starting to get spider powers and you got those weird things growing out of your nails and you're climbing up and all this kind of stuff. I think this is an interesting angle to go about it. I'll watch it. I don't know if I'll really review it or talk about it on the channel, but I'm like, yo, this is better than just making him a random killer, wear a Spider-Man costume, and then just be a slasher with a knife. It's like, dude, you're not really trying then. You're just calling it Spider-Man the horror movie and doing the bare minimum. This looks like they're attempting something, and you know, the effects was obviously not movie standard, but for fan film standards, they're pretty good. So, you know what? I also think, you know what? Carl looks good as Peter Parker. That's a nice Peter Parker. He's got that balance of looking nerdy, but also maybe handsome enough to get a supermodel Mary Jane on his side. Like, he's even got the booty chin. He's got the booty chin. He wipes his nose and butt at the same time. That's awesome. I wish I had that chin, honestly. I don't like my chin. I don't have a very defined chin. I wish I could have that Peter Parker chin. So, yeah, dudes. Spider-Man horror movie in the works. Fan film. I'm sure it'll be free on YouTube. But there you go. We'll see if it's better than Spider-Man Lotus.